Shout out Bruce Gas, aka Toka too. You know I had to drop a trap for my boy.
Hey, where you at?
Ha, yeah, I've been here harassing boys out here telling favors. I'm the hardest young nigga, I ain't signed to no label. Hey, Bruce Gas putting no fights on the table. Calling that boxing since Kane versus Abel. Smoking so much gas, you would think that shit was fatal. I'm the people's champion like Muhammad Ali. Shout out Bruce Gas, one day we gon' meet. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, we gon' smoke hella weed. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, take a hit out the Toka too. Slipping hella shots, feel like Tyson with the peak. Little Glock on my side, but it hit just like Isaac Cruz. Shout out man, Chad, real shit, that's my fucking dude. We always cooking on the pan. Strapped to my side, I ain't talking about no sandwich. Bruce passed me the blunt, I'ma light it like a candle. Ayy, non-stop bars, man, I always spit flames. Feel like Bruce Gas always got a different strain. Bitch, you ain't like me, you can never feel my pain. You win and you lose, well, this the fight game. Don't beef on the net and the shit won't change. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the game. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the chat. I ain't undisputed, yeah, hold on, I ain't undisputed, but I want all the straps.
Bruce Gas with the green tongue from the Green Dragon. Good evening. I guess 8 o'clock. That's about evening. Shout out to anybody that came in here. I see my first G was McSmith. Appreciate it, McSmith. Kevin Knight, thank you, my brother. The Boxing Lounge, thank you, man. Carlos, the Drunken Irishman, shout out to you and my brother Carl Hunter Hansen from Down Under. This is an anniversary right here, man. There's a lot of fights happened today. And we're gonna talk about a couple of them that I had the pleasure of witnessing. Little jazz in the background there. Got the old Toka too. Look at that bad boy. Clean as a whistle. First bong I've done about 3 days. Zone 6, my man. How you doing, brother? I love to get really stoned when I do these because I'm kind of an introvert, if you believe it. Believe it. Nelly Content, my brother. Excuse me for a second. I gotta blow the schnoz here. Let me turn the camera off. I got these dollar store Kleenexes, man, and I don't want to have an explosion on the air. You know a little lesson I learned, bro? You see what we do? You take 2 boxes of Kleenex. You use one for the Kleenex, and you use this one to throw the dirty ones in there. You don't need a trash bag over here. But anyway, man, in the world of boxing today, a lot happened, and if you read my community page, which I hope you do, today was the day of the that famous heavyweight upset that we saw 4 years ago with Andy Ruiz beating Anthony Joshua. Nobody really even, aside from us, knew who Andy Ruiz was, and shocked the world. He became the first Mexican heavyweight champ. He knocked out. Oh, I don't have any mucus. That was just a little from the bong. I breathe like a racehorse, Zone 6, man. I avoid things like dairy products. I've been a nutritionalist, a certified nutritional advisor since I think it was in '97 I got certified, and I did that for a long time. I learned different food allergies, different things. I know if I smoke the weed, I get the congestion. If I consume it, like my Green Dragon tincture over here, I don't get any congestion whatsoever. But this is the way I kind of like doing it now. But anyway, getting back to boxing. Now let me do another hit here, man. Let a few people come in here and listen to this if possible. But if not, hey, I'll speak to myself. Some great fights on this day. I mean, the two that we're going to talk about. On 1984, Livingstone, Bramble, Ray Boom Boom Mancini, man. I remember that one like it was yesterday. It was my ex-wife didn't watch the fight with me, and that was kind of like 6 months later we were divorced. It was almost the beginning of the end. But anyway, it was a great fight, undercard, the whole 9 yards. We're going to show that one later on, but the first one I want to talk about is Terry Norris and Donald Curry. It happened in 1991. Hope that music's not too loud. Please let me know if it is. Zone 6, 12 in 97, man. 97, I was I was in my early 40s, bro. But anyway, no, was I? How old was I? Yeah, oh damn, close to it. But it was a great time in my life, man. I was hitting the iron every day. I was into real clean living. Not that I'm like that now. That's what I believe is the key to longevity is what you put into your body. And you know, I smoke a little bit now. I don't smoke that often. You know, you'd be surprised. You know, everybody associates Bruce gas, smoking the gas, but I do my Green Dragon tincture. The only reason I'm not doing that a lot on the air is because I have to shut up for 30 seconds after I do it. And see, I went to a broadcasting school back in the mid '70s. It was called Graham Junior College, the Columbia School of Broadcasting. And it has since been sold to Boston University. It's part of their School of Public Communications. But I learned this thing way back then. Is when you're doing live broadcasts, the worst thing in the world is dead air. So they want you, you know, if you're going to be a host on there, the name of the game is not to sit there with your finger up your ass. You know, you're just going to keep going with the flow, bro. Nelly, my day was kind of cool today, man. I went for a long walk this morning. Saw a couple of old friends of mine. You know, it's weird, man. You know, I like to talk boxing with these cats, but they just it's really hard to stay connected with boxing. You have to be internet savvy because you're not going to get the shit in a newspaper, which nobody even buys anyway. But you have to go searching out boxing. Where back in the day, boxing would search you out. You know, other things that happened on this day because I pulled up on my community page. 1990, Evander Holyfield took his first foray into the heavyweight division. He fought this cat, Seamus McDowell. He was kind of like a Peter McNeely, white, fat Irish cat, and Evander Holyfield beat him in the 4th round with a knockout. But Evander just kind of showed you he was through with the cruiserweights. I mean, a great cruiserweight. He was moving into the heavyweight division. Mike Tyson, beware. And that also happened on this day. Azuma Nelson beat Jesse James Leha back in 1996. That was another historic fight on this day. But Terry Norris and Donald Curry. It was almost like a crossroads fight. I mean, both of these guys, unbelievable amateur careers. Donald Curry had over 400 amateur fights. Terry Norris had almost 300 amateur fights. I mean, dude, these kids were born and bred boxing. Donald Curry, his brother was Bruce Curry. He had a hell of a fight in Madison Square Garden with Wilfred Benitez. Knocked Benitez down twice, but came in the short end of the decision. They had big aspirations for Donald Curry. Donald Curry made the 1980 United States Olympic team, but we boycotted the Olympics that year. So Donald Curry turned pro, and he had a fantastic rise, man. He was fighting everybody in the welterweight division. He was fighting them before he even won the belts. He had a fight with my brother Marlon Starling, who I talked to. You know, I talked to Marlon quite a bit. And we talk about the Donald Curry fight. You know, Donald Curry, he beat Marlon twice. Once, man, they were both undefeated welterweights. One was NABF, one was the USBA. and you know they put their rose on the line, and they went for broke. Marlon Starling lost the decision, but he came back. He won. He fought Curry again for the title, for the world title. He didn't win it that time either, but he went on to win two world titles. He won the WBC and he won the WBA, and it kind of went to show you, man. Iron sharpens iron, and get these guys in the ring with worthy opponents. An L is not going to be the end of your career. But anyway, you know, Donald Curry, he went through the ranks, and he won the WBA and the WBC and the IBF. He was an undisputed welterweight champion. He ran into this cat named Lloyd Hunnigan in 1986. Huge upset. Hey, Skywalker, my brother, how we doing, man? The Outlaw Pugilist, man. Shout out to you, brother. I appreciate you cats coming in here, man. Just a couple of great historic fights that happened today, man, and I want to share the fights with you. You know, it's weird because after, you know, I decided to do this, then I got a call from a buddy of mine, D Style. He has his round table panel. He invited me to come on there, but I said, nah, I'm staying here, bro. I'm gonna go through with this, and I want to show these fights and talk about them and share the experiences I had with these fights. Like I said, man, you know, Donald Curry, after he lost to Lloyd Hunnigan, he still went on. He blamed it on weight. He blamed it on having to drain down to 147. So he picked himself up, and he started fighting junior middleweights, and he ran into Mike McCallum, and he got clocked by Mike McCallum. And that was a tough. It kind of put Donald Curry to the realization where he wasn't going to become the. They were actually grooming Donald Curry for a fight with Marvin Hagler. They were saying Sugar Ray Leonard's ducking Donald Curry, and I mean he was really pushed. They had big hopes for Donald Curry. But after that loss to McCallum, you know, Donald Curry was kind of on the. He wasn't on the best side of his career. On the other hand, Terry Norris, he ran into a road bump. He ran into a road bump in his career. He had a defeat to a cat named Dominic Kelly. Don't know much about that, but he was considered the man. A loss to another dude named Joe Walker. He was just poorly matched earlier in his career. He came back when I started seeing him on the Tuesday night fights and on the USA, on the ESPN fights. And he was beating guys like Quincy Taylor, Gilbert Baptiste, Steve Little, Buster Drayton, the cat who I saw spar with Marvin Hagler down at P-Town. But then he ran into his first world title try. He ran to the Julian the Hawk Jackson. Knocked him out in the second round. Knocked him down so hard, man. He got up and the referee just stopped the fight. But people kind of gave up on Terry Norris after that fight. But he picked himself back up. Got himself back into contention again. I saw him fight John the Beast Mugabe after the Marvin Hagler fight. And he knocked out John the Beast Mugabe in one round. It was just incredible. Put John the Beast Mugabe to sleep. Nelly Content Bruce, how many fights have you seen since you started watching boxing? Oh, bro, I couldn't tell you, man. I couldn't tell you, Nelly Content. So many. Whew. I would need an abacus and a calculator and everything else, man. But a lot of boxing, and it's funny because I can remember more about these fights than I can pretty much remember about anything. You know, these fights they burn, they get etched into your brain, and you know, when the occasion comes up where you can share them or you can show them. But I'm gonna pull up this the Terry Norris fight first of all. Let's see if I got it over here. I hope I don't get in too much trouble for doing this. Maybe I will. Who knows, man? It's only YouTube, right? do a little bit of editing here. I think this is the right one here. This is how warm it was. They were fighting in there we go. They were fighting in Radisson's Resort in Palm Springs, California. And you got to remember Terry Norris too. Terry Norris is also he had beaten a dude named Rene Jacot, Frenchman, on Showtime, and he got himself the WBC super welterweight title, so he was a champion again. And also he beat Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard came out of a retirement, and Terry Norris defeated his idol Sugar Ray Leonard on a decision in Madison Square Garden. Look at how young Jim Lampley is there too, man. And so that set the stage for Donald Curry, who was kind of on the slide, George Foreman, and Jim Lampley up there. Even George Foreman. This is in 1991. So George hasn't won his second title yet. This is when George Foreman is in his second comeback. You can see George is. I mean, dude, George looks in shape. That's like a 42, 43-year-old George Foreman. I mean, he looks bad news in there. I don't want to put the volume on because what happens, I don't know what happened, but it's been echoing when I turn it on. So if I turn on that volume, I'm going to blow the whole transmission. We can go a little bit forward. We can fast forward this a little bit to the beginning of the fight. Showing Terry Norris wrap up those hands. Like I said, man, these are two fighters. They both hit road bumps, but they're going in opposite directions. Donald Curry, he used to have Dave Gorman as his manager. Dave Gorman left him. And this is in the desert up in California. Very humid climate, hot climate. I don't know if it's humid, man, but I know it's hot. It's during the day, man. This must have been an afternoon fight. That was one of the things back then. Hey, Punchy, how you doing, my brother? Thank you for stopping by. Just watching some classic boxing that happened on this day. This one we're going back to 1991. I was doing some crazy shit in 1991. Donald Curry is 33 wins. You know, there's still a little hope for Donald Curry. Donald Curry, like I said, bred for boxing. Over 400 amateur fights. What's the age on these two fighters? Let me see if I can find the statistics. Terry Norris is 151 pounds, and Donald Curry is at the limit, 154. The referee is Chuck Hassett. Judges are Carol Castellano, Jose Guerrera, and Miguel Diante. Jeff Lucietta, bro, shout out to you, man. This is for the WBC World Super Welterweight title. It's Norris's third defense. The promoter is Al Goosen from the original 10 Goosen, man. This was not Joe Goosen. Joe Goosen's a baseball player. Joe Goosen's not a boxer, bro. You know, he's from the family. He's from a bunch of brothers. But I mean, with similar records, and you can see their careers are going in opposite directions. Terry Norris is a 4-1 favorite in this fight. And you can see the discrepancy in the money too, man. The Curry's only 29, and he's at the end of the road. Norris is 23, but Norris peaked fast too, man. Norris has got some is got a real quick crazy chin. Norris made 750 grand for this. Donald Curry was 150. He only made 150. So, Donald Curry was kind of thankful to be there, kind of a guy. And Norris, like I said, man, 4-1 favorite. This was a co-main. This was part of a co-main event too, man. This was Meldrick Taylor. He defended his title against Jose Luis Garcia. Taylor had the WBA welterweight title. Jimmy Lennon Jr. Damn, all these cats are so young back then. Maybe because it's 30 years ago. Damn. But Terry Doris, everybody in boxing knew who Terry Doris was, man. He beat Sugar Ray Leonard, and that was like Sugar Ray. I'm reading the preview because you only kind of knew. There was no internet. You only knew what was happening if you had TV Guide or something like that, where you could see the previews of what was going on Showtime, and it said Sugar Ray Leonard and Terry Norris, and I was like, Sugar Ray Leonard, wow, he's been retired for a while, but he came back. Totally dominated by Terry Norris. He came back again and fought Macho Camacho, but Chuck Hassett, man. Chuck Hassett was a very popular judge back then. Donald Curry. Do a blast of this green dragon over here before this fight starts. The burn. I miss TV Guide. Like I said, man, the first thing I did was turn to the sports section. It would tell you who's fighting because they were like on the ABC and the CBS and the NBC. But yeah, baby, that's kind of how we knew back in the day who was fighting. I should have fast forwarded a little bit more, but we're in the ring center now. That old Budweiser logo. And I bet they have the same color gloves, same brand gloves on too. Never a discrepancy in that. Get that good overhead cam. I'm pretty sure this was HBO. Yeah, I can the HBO cameras. There we go. Hey Remy, my brother, shout out to you, man. Now, man, you watch. This is Norris was going to box. He was going to stick and move, but he went flat foot. They went into the pocket. I mean, there's some brutal exchanges in this fight. One thing you got to say about Donald Curry, man, a career that was ravaged by drugs and fast, easy money, and you know, he just got overwhelmed by some of the great opponents that he fought. But this fight, look at this toe-to-toe action in the first round. He's already got Donald Curry on his heels. Donald Curry, man. Donald Curry knows this is his last hurrah. Great crossroads fight. Terry Norris, man, so fleet of foot, always looking for angles. And Donald Curry, the classic style, keeping those elbows in, hands high, shooting out that jab. Now, Terry Norris is looking to really shine, is to break free from the pack, as they say. Maybe get a fight with somebody like Hagler or whoever, man, at the time. Curry has already tried to. He's already gone for the middleweight title. You know, he got beat by Michael Nunn, but he didn't really lose a lot in that fight because you know, he was a junior middleweight going for the middleweight title, and Michael Nunn was hot at the time. Michael Nunn hadn't met James Toney yet. Michael Nunn was really the man back at the time. You know, he was looking possibly to get a rematch there, or Norris was looking for a fight with Michael Nunn. Yeah, look at Norris is trying to pick him apart. Norris going on the inside, nailing him with that jab. You can see Donald Curry's definitely not what he used to be in this fight. The wear and tear on his body, the abuse. But so much talent in him, man. Close first round. I wish I could have gotten it without the interruptions in between the rounds. Could have went right to the action. But Norris definitely threw more punches in that round. Outlanded him. Norris, he lands with authority with his punches. He throws with good leverage. Candy Slim, brother, how you doing, man? Thank you for stopping by. Here for the anniversary of some classic fights. This one happened in 1991. Terry Norris, Donald Curry for the WBC World Super Welterweight title. Quite an interesting fight. It was a crossroads fight, and you can just see the speed with Terry Norris. Hey, Roland, my brother, how we doing, man? Everything's cool over here, brother. Appreciate you asking. Not a lot of clutching in this fight so far. But you have to be careful with Donald Curry. He's a master boxer. He'll counterpunch you. And Norris has got a very, very, very questionable chin, which he shows later on in his career. He's already showed it earlier. But then again, Julian the Hawk Jackson, he was knocking out everything he hit back then. And he ran into the G-Man. But I mean, this was a day when these fighters just stepped in the ring with each other because it was expected of them. That's what fighters did. And that's why we're still talking about them today. And I still remember this fight like it was yesterday. Terry Norris constantly moving his hands just to the body, up, right uppercut, bouncing off Donald Curry's head. Oh, beautiful left uppercut. Norris has got great leverage in those punches. Great sense of timing. Keeps his hands free in the clinches. Donald Curry trying to measure him, trying to drop the right hand bomb. Donald Curry trying to cut the ring off. Naturally bigger guy in there. Good exchange in the center ring. Terry Norris just has more zip on his punches. Donald Curry, like I said, man, he's been through so many wars. The youth of Terry Norris. He bounced, able to recuperate. Laurent, how you doing, my brother? Terry Norris, very cool in the ring. Doesn't look like he's breathing hard at all. Curry had a little bit better, a little more success in the last round. Donald Curry, Hall of Fame fighter. I don't know if Terry Norris is in the Hall of Fame or not. If he's not, he should be. Does anybody out there know? I can find out in a second. Is Terry Norris in the Boxing Hall of Fame? Man, this thing is slow.
Sorry, I don't understand.
You don't understand? You fucking dumbass bitch. Let me try it again here. I'd be better off just looking for it, but... Is Terry Norris in the Boxing Hall of Fame?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Well, anyway, it's driving me kind of nuts, so I'm gonna look it up. Yes, he was in 2005. I was glad. I knew he was. I knew Curry was, but I wasn't sure that Norris was, but he was. Now, how come the fucking Alexis couldn't tell me, but Google could? Johnny boy, how you doing, bro? Yeah, you can see Terry Norris has got the much faster hands. He's able to even punch when he's going backwards. Donald Curry moving forward, classic style. Terry Norris explosive though, man. A lot of power. And like I said, 22 years old. He's already got a wealth of experience under his belt. Donald Curry, He's only 29, but he burned out fast in boxing. Over 400 amateur fights and a real tough professional career. Fought everybody. Now, he was around at the. He peaked when Sugar Ray Leonard kind of faded, so it was a tough time. It was like the Larry Holmes behind Ali kind of a thing. But Sugar Ray always tempted him. He never quite said he was done, and he always was dangling out there like a carrot. So Donald Curry was never fully accepted, and he liked his dope too, man. He liked his coke, so it's not a good combination. The psychological aspect of it. But this is his last hurrah. He's taking on terrible Terry Norris. Another one, man. I think he defended his welterweight title 9 times, 10 times, man. Way up there. Amazingly resilient career. Get off the canvas from being knocked out to retire, and he didn't retire Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray had another fight after that, but he for all intents and purposes, in my eyes, Sugar Ray was done after that fight. Oh, Curry got a beautiful left hook in there on the ropes, man. And Terry Norris did not have the best chin. Terry Norris did funny things when hit on chin. Makes for a real interesting fight. And you notice there's not a lot of clutching here. Both of these guys, man, they're definitely they get out of the clinches with their fists. They don't clinch to begin with. All fists. Beautiful punching. And even though, man, we got different color gloves, they're both blue and they look like Everlast gloves. I'm not sure, but no discrepancy. One guy doesn't have a big white glove. The other guy doesn't have a little green glove. They almost look like different weapons. Hey, Black and Brown, my brother, how you doing, man? Catching some classic boxing here, man. And I'll tell you, this was a fucking great Saturday, bro. Showtime boxing. Meldrick Taylor was on the card. Oh, Terry Norris, constant motion with those hands. And Donald Curry coming forward, getting right in the pocket, keeping those fucking elbows in. Trying to exchange with the younger, fresher Terry Norris. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. But one thing about Curry, bro, I mean, he went out on his fucking shield, man. He didn't take any easy fights. When he came back, he didn't, he had an amazingly great Hall of Fame career, but that lure, the lack of money, called him back, and they never end well. Donald Curry is on his toes. Donald Curry's got that classic style, man. I'll tell you, 4 years earlier, Donald Curry was considered on a lot of people's pound for pound list at number 1. Donald Curry had a huge career, and this was truly the passing of the torch at super welterweight. Oh, Terry Norris plastering him. He knows he just did some damage. Make Donald Curry think a little bit. Black and Brown, that looks like the mountains where you live, isn't it, bro? They're up in Palm Springs, California. Is that far from you? Meldrick Taylor, he won a split decision. And this is after the Chavez beating too. So I think he had the IBF welterweight title when he lost to Chavez, and he won the WBA. But he looks very tired, very exhausted. Anyway, man, getting back to this fight, the 5th round. And Donald Curry comes out aggressively, man. And this was 32 years from this night. Time goes by fast, man. Time goes by fast. And Donald Curry staying on the inside. You would figure Donald Curry would want to stay on the outside, shoot that jab, but no, he's playing right into Terry Norris's hands, and Terry Norris said he was going to box Curry. He abandoned those plans. So this just became survival of the fittest. Donald Curry's got him up against the corner. Tried to unload with a couple of big right hands. Terry Norris held on. They're still head-to-head in center ring. A fairly even fight too. When I was watching it, I was scoring this fight fairly even. Never giving up hope for Curry, because you never know, man. Right there was a headbutt. Terry Norris is holding his forehead. Terry Norris explodes with a nice combination, sends him back. But Donald Curry, straight up, man. Beautiful 1-2. Even the judges didn't score all these rounds in unison. Curry coming forward. Norris, man, the more effective punches. But some serious battering going on here. And Norris, even from the back foot, he still squares off, gets on his toes, lands those combinations, makes Curry think about it and start backing up a little bit. Now even the 5th round, Judge Castellani had it 10-9 for Norris. Same with Judge Jose Gura, but Judge Miguel Donate had it 9-10 for Donald Curry. So Curry is still in the fight. You see what the two of the judges have it by one round, and another judge has Terry Norris ahead by 4 rounds. So I just missed that. What was Letterman's score? Let me go back and look at that again here. Letterman's got Norris ahead by by 5 points too. The official judges have it a lot closer. But there we go, through the magic of technology. I didn't fuck it up too bad either. That's unusual for me. The boxing gods are with me tonight. Let's hope. In the 6th round, and Norris is on his toes, dancing in center ring. Curry standing there, the classic style, just shuffling forward, moving forward behind that left jab. He's just a split second too slow, and Norris has just got him confused with the style. But Donald Curry, always dangerous, always unpredictable. You want to see some brutal fights? Check out when he won the WBA title from Milton McCrory. Unbelievable. I think it was a 2nd round knockout. Really should. This is when Donald Curry was in his prime. They're going head to head in center ring. Referee's breaking them up. Curry's trying to go downstairs. Terry Norris isn't going to let him. Terry Norris is just too fast with those punches. But oh, good left hook by Curry. Good one too by Curry. Curry's still in this fight. Good reflexes by Terry Norris. He's just so much sharper. He's definitely touching up Donald Curry with some power punches. They're both just unloading there. They're unloading with their barrages in center ring. Donald Curry holds on. Good body shot by Curry. Norris comes right back with a combination. That's the end of the 6th round, going to the 7th round. Gervonta just got sentenced to 90 days. I'll have to read about that. I thought he was on home confinement. What did he do, break the rules? All right, we're getting ready to start the 7th round. Exchanging tremendous shots in center ring. Curry got a nice left hook in there. Terry Norris is showing tremendous chin in this fight, something he hasn't shown, or he won't show in future fights. But he's definitely the best Terry Norris we've seen. And Donald Curry, he's going out like a champ. Donald Curry trying to show some offense on the ring. Terry Norris covering up nicely, comes back, pumps that jab. Donald Curry tries to slip inside. Terry Norris is tying him up when he comes inside. There's some great boxing here. Nice overhand right by Donald Curry. And these guys are showing some inside phone booth warfare, no clutching, tremendous punching. Donald Curry with a nice one too. And this is Curry's last hurrah. Timeout. Somebody's mouthpiece went out. It was Donald Curry's. Action resumes. Donald Curry's trying to find that second win. Terry Norris got hit low. Referee says nope. Get back in here. I mean, Donald Curry's trying every trick in the book, and Donald Curry's a veteran. He's a veteran. Veteran of 450 fights. He knows how to hit low. He knows how to get outside the referee's line of vision. And he's trying to get himself another title, trying to stay in the game. He always wanted that fight with Sugar Ray Leonard, and Terry Norris got it. And he's got Terry Norris, a fraction of the money Terry Norris is making. Again, a little ugly now. The referee's saying, come on, guys. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Keep it professional. Donald Curry. Oh, beautiful exchange. Curry got a nice 1-2. Nice left hook. You got to give it to Terry Norris, though, man. He's taking those punches. He's absorbing those. Getting to the end of the 7th round. Donald Curry is he's using that Philly shell, as they say. Trying to push Curry up, that was a slip. They're calling it a knockdown? Whoa, it didn't look like a knockdown, but we'll have to see it in slow motion. Curry definitely looks like he looks like a beaten fighter. The end of the round. Let's see that knockdown one more time in slow motion. Looked like a slip. Get a little water from my blood boxing Fistiana tumbler. Come on, guys. This is HBO. Where's George Jakovic? Get that replay on there. Here we go. Left hook by Norris. I didn't see a knockdown. I saw a left hook. All right, yeah, it was a knockdown. Slightly delayed reaction, but a quick right hand. I didn't see it as it happened. Thank God for that replay. Low Clarity, how you doing, bro? Good to see you, man. Thank you for coming by again. Appreciate it. Go for the 8th round, man. Pay attention to this round. Oh, Curry getting tagged over here. Referee warning Curry for the elbows inside. Norris trying to land that 1-2. Curry's hands are a little low right now. Oh, they're really expending it all in here. We're in round 8 of this championship fight. Good old HBO days, the doubleheader co-main event. They're in the center ring. They're unloading cannons on each other. Curry pushes Norris down. Referee wiping his gloves. Resume the action. Norris came out. Nice combination by Curry. Norris with a beautiful uppercut. Oh, just snapped Curry's head back. They're exchanging some serious punches. Curry's getting tagged. Curry's hanging. Curry's trying to survive. He's getting hurt with some heavy punches. Down goes Curry. He could get up. He gave up. He doesn't want to get up. And that's it. Stay right down. I mean, Donald Curry's been flattened. He's been leveled. He was just beat up there, man. That was the end of the line. It was a tough career for Donald Curry, and he retired after this fight. He retired for 6 years. And he came back and he won to a cat named Gary Jones in a comeback fight. Then he fought a rank dude named Emmett Linton. He got knocked out in the 7th round in Las Vegas for the minor league IBA World Super Welterweight title. And that was it for Donald Curry. You know, on the other hand, Terry Norris, after winning this fight, let me get to the list so I get the names right here, man. He defended his title against Jorge Castro, Carl Daniels, Mildred Taylor, who also fought on this card, Irish Pat Lawler in a non-title fight, knocked out Maurice Blocker, tremendous welterweight, man. That was a hell of a fight. Lost his title to Simon Brown. Got knocked out cold. Came back. He beat Simon Brown with a decision and won his title back. So Terry Norris, he kept that belt. He fought this guy Luis Santana, man. That was crazy fights, man. He got disqualified. He lost. He hit Santana would turn his head and get hit in the back of the head and fake like he was knocked out. It was like so obvious. It was unbelievable at the time. A rematch, the same thing happened. So Norris has got back-to-back disqualification losses, no belt. He finally came back. They let him go a third time because Don King loved Terry Norris. Terry Norris was an action-packed fighter and a moneymaker, and they fought 3 times. This time he beat Luis Santana. He got his belt, defended it, made a few defenses, made several defenses, a record-breaking number. But then he ran into Keith Mullins, an upset. Lost his belt. Lost to my friend Dana Rosenblatt. Took another loss to Laurent Bondani. And that was it for the career of Terry Norris. So, shout out to Terry Norris and shout out to Donald Curry. On this day, they gave us a great fight. And I was fortunate enough to have it. But also on this day, another fight. Another one that I remember so well. Ray Boom Boom Mancini. A little water here, man. Throat's getting a little dry. Ray Boom Boom Mancini and Livingstone Bramble. And this was a cool card because the opening contest, gotta blow the nose. It's not congestion, it's just kind of drippy, I guess. I don't know. Excuse me. But anyway, this was the opening, the co-main event. This was another one. I think it was on HBO also. Gene Mad Dog Hatcher, and he fought out of Donald Curry's stable in Texas. And Gene Mad Dog Hatcher, he upset the undefeated Johnny Bump City Bumpus. Knocked him out cold. But Gene Hatcher wasn't known as a puncher. And it just set the stage. It set the stage for this fight. Bad feelings between these two guys. And Ray Boom Boom Mancini, he was everybody's hero, man. Everybody loved Boom Boom Mancini. Boom Boom Mancini was he had that one defeat to Alexis Aguayo, but he won the WBA title. Aguayo retired. I'm sorry, Aguayo moved up and fought Aaron Pryor, and then he retired. But he had a few fights after that. But he left the lightweight division, and Mancini stayed at the lightweight division. So Mancini had that WBA title, had that tragedy with Dooku Kim. And had a fight with our buddy Skywalker's uncle, Bobby Chacon. And then he went into the fight with Livingstone Bramble. And like I said, man, I remember this fight. I remember the night it happened. It was a Friday night. My wife didn't want to watch it with me. And kind of like, I guess we were having a fight about something. I didn't remember what, but I remember the first upset. I'm like, wow. I'm like, you sure you don't want to watch this, man? Like, this was Johnny Bump City Bumpus just got knocked out. Nah, I'm gonna go to bed. And I'm like, man, Ray Boom Boom Mancini and everybody. Ray Boom Boom Mancini was a very, very well-known commodity. White Italian kid. The angle was his father didn't get the title shot, so Ray got the title shot. His father was Lenny Boom Boom Mancini. He was a lightweight star in the 40s. Went away to war, never got his title shot. Got hurt in the war, and so they played on that angle. And Ray got the call, and he's fighting Livingstone Bramble. Livingstone Bramble, man, he's the rosterman. He's from Livingstone is from Jamaica, Virgin Islands. He's from the Caribbeans. And he had the python around his neck. And he put a curse on Mancini. And, this is, like I said, this is after the Dooku Kim thing. So Mancini, for a young kid, he had a lot of shit going for him. So this fight was for Mancini's title, and Mancini was mowing through everybody at the time. Ray Boom Boom Mancini was the man. Let's go up to Buffalo. This was in Buffalo, New York. I should call my friend Lou Tucciarelli up there. I wouldn't be surprised if Lou was at this fight. Because this was, like I said, this was kind of big, man. We had the upset. Gene Mad Dog Hatcher. But here we go, man. They're going right from round one here, man. Livingstone Bramble. Ray Boom Boom Mancini. Now, I hope this isn't fight number 2, man. Did I get the I hope I got the right fight. I wanted to get one I could show here that didn't have watermarks on there, so I wasn't going to get any infringement. But hey, we'll see what happens. Yeah. I guess this was like just a replay special after the fact. But let's go forward a little bit. Go up to Buffalo. Cat Sports. That was another one. That was a production company back in the day. One that you don't see, you don't hear much about anymore. But this fight was Mancini made himself $1 million on this fight. That's how popular he was, and Livingstone Bramble $150,000. And Livingstone Bramble, he doesn't take advantage of his size, of his reach. He gets right inside and he goes head to head with Boom Boom Mancini, which is just what Boom Boom Mancini wants to do. But we just watched these two guys. This is a couple of little freight trains going at each other. A couple of Volkswagens. Hey, McSmith, how you doing, brother? Boom Boom Mancini going to the body. He's trying to push Livingstone Bramble off. He's expecting more of a mid-range, of a distance fight. Bramble goes back and forth. He goes lefty. He goes righty. He gets fucking Ray all confused. But Mancini's doing his thing. He's brawling. Livingstone Bramble going on the inside, shooting those uppercuts in there, snapping Mancini's head back. Mancini had to get stitches over both his eyes after this fight. I mean, he got tattooed. Power punches going on. Marty Denkin, the referee. Remember Marty Denkin, bro? That name rings a bell. This is all classic 80s boxing, man. The beginning of HBO. The black boxes were working, bro. You get all this stuff for free, especially if you lived around here. Now, those things were illegal. Streaming a fight, they'd have to bust everybody for that. But the black boxes, you'd see names in the paper. People got busted with them if it was like a domestic dispute. The cops saw the black box when they went there, or a drug bust. Also having a illegal cable descrambler, they call them. Hey, Troy Graham, how you doing? Hey, Josh, bro, thanks for coming by. Referee's already calling to take a look at Ray Mancini if it cuts over that right eye. Yeah, he's already handicapped. But see, Mancini, what he's going to do is he's going to go into into second gear here. We're only in the first round. But Livingstone Bramble, relentless, never looked better. I mean, he just, he was damn, what was he? He had to be a 5-6 to 1 underdog. Like I said earlier, Mancini was America's darling. While Sugar Ray Leonard was fighting infrequently, Ray Mancini was keeping it going every week. He was the Chevrolet apple pie. He was the guy. The only problem was he wasn't that talented, but he was a dog. He had the heart, the determination, the complexion, and the connection. But as you can see, man, Ray had a trouble with cuts. Alexis Aguayo exposed Mancini, and they milked him. His manager, David Wolf. Murphy Gifford, his cut man, or his trainer rather. I don't know who the cut man is, but Mancini came from Youngstown, Ohio, and he even said he went to. David Wolf had an apartment for him, and he moved into it, and it still had Too Tall Jones's stuff in there. You know, when you hooked up with Dave Wolf, you hooked up for the whole 24/7. Bread, freaking room and board. But Mancini made the most of that. I don't know what his net worth is today, really, man. Never really thought about it. I know he's not broke, but he does a lot of broadcasts. There we go. Who'd ever thunk it, Josh, huh? But Livingstone Bramble, he's got targets to shoot at there. He knows that Ray Mancini's eyes are already busted open. Hey, Big Blunts, how we doing, my brother? I'll do a hit to you, my man. We're watching a fight 35 years ago. Let's see, what year was this? This was in 84. So, dude, we're 39 years ago in this fight. That's a good chunk of years, man. Still loving boxing, though, bro. I was smoking the weed watching this fight. Was I doing pills? Yeah, 84. I was doing pills, man. I was a bad boy. But hey, life is life. I'm having a good time right now. I'm obeying the laws of God and man, and I'm digging on some fucking some good memories of a tremendous upset. Because, man, like you guys, you wouldn't have believed how popular Ray Boom Boom Mancini was at the time. Even your grandmother knew who Ray Boom Boom Mancini was. You know? Big Blunts, shout out to you. I got some stuff here, man. It's called Tango. And this shit smells just like freaking tangerines. Yeah, we probably would have. Rocky would have been a good trainer for Tommy. But I don't think I know enough about boxing to train a fighter of that caliber. I could train amateurs and I could train kids, but you know, there are levels and everything in boxing, and training is one of them, man. And I am all I am is a motivator, and I could show them a basic jab. That's about it, you know, basic jab, overhand right. Aside from that, I could be stand corrected everything I say. Here we go. Ray is squaring those shoulders. Ray wants to get inside. Ray wants to end this fight. Hey, Bones, how you doing, my brother? Bussin'. I love all those different strains, but you know, now that I'm making the tincture, I don't go through the strains as fast as I used to. I still go out and buy some shit, you know, just like like occasions like tonight. I went and bought a fucking half ounce of this Tango, and it's a predominantly indica, nice hybrid, and I'm getting wasted smoking it, but I still got my Green Dragon tincture here. I love that shit, man. Since I got into that, that's like a different level, like boxing. But man, look at Boom Boom Mancini is throwing everything except the kitchen sink in here. He is trying to break Livingstone Bramble. Usually, he breaks arms, breaks shoulders, whatever. He brings down defenses. Livingstone Bramble's something else. Livingstone Bramble, instead of trying to get on the outside and use that height advantage and that reach advantage, he's staying right inside with Boom Boom, keeping those elbows closed in, making Boom Boom Mancini's head snap back with those uppercuts, man. Tremendous stuff. We're looking at that WBA lightweight championship out there. Greg Haugen was the IBF titleist at the time. Him and Vinny Paz were going back and forth. My other buddy, Vinny Paz. I texted him the other day, man. It was the anniversary of one of his first fight. 40th anniversary. Because I don't know what it is, man. I kind of been doing that a lot lately, man. Just going for anniversary. Because I kind of like them when mine come up. And it was Vinny Paz's first fight. And so I sent him a fucking text. I said, what were you doing 40 years ago? You fighting this guy named Angel Torres? And he fucking texted me back, wow. Like, you remember that, man? And so, yeah, Paz. And it's kind of fun to do. Kind of fun to reminisce. Kevin Knight, bro. You got it, man. I like the, I appreciate you leaving comments, man. Leaving those comments below. I appreciate that, man. Kind of lets me know I'm doing this for a purpose. And two great fights, especially if you remember watching this with your dad. Those are fucking priceless, bro. And Boom Boom trying to retain that belt that it was almost like one word, lightweight champion Boom Boom Mancini. The real fans, we knew he had limitations, but he was properly matched. Like I said, man, David Wolf, he knew how to guide that career of Ray Mancini. Even on the comeback, built him up once again to America's sweetheart, made millions of dollars. And here he is on Friday night in Buffalo against underdog Livingstone Bramble, the Rosterman. I'm sure I found this jazz track out there today. It said copyright free, and copyright free, that's for me. But I gotta have something going in the background. And I don't want to get stuff where I get copywritten on there. That way I'll lose all my watch hours and whatever the hell else we do to keep ourselves in the public eye out here. Oh, there we go, man. Livingstone Bramble not folding. He's definitely a cut above. And Ray Mancini, he was carefully matched. He fought a lot of former champions. A lot of straight ahead fighters, little defense, man. When it was a question of wills, and Ray Boom Boom Mancini, he ain't going to get outwilled by anybody. Alexis Aguayo couldn't outwill him. Just out-talented him. And we got to remember, I think Mancini's about 23 when all this is happening. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can find out. And Ray Mancini, up until this fight, he was fighting on a regular basis. He was fighting shit, man, 3-4 times a year. You know, the Dooku Kim fight, it was a tragedy. It was 2 years earlier than this, 2 years before this. So this is not like today, a fighter would take a year off just to get over that. Ray Mancini had 1, 2, 3, 4. This is his 5th fight after the Dooku Kim tragedy. And it's only a year and a half later. So I mean, this is one tough kid. This is a kid who's really taken. And Livingstone Bramble, dude, out of the Lou Duva stable. Lou Duva got him from the Virgin Islands. And like I said, man, he had that mystique with him. He had that python over his neck. He came in here with a voodoo man, put a fucking spell on Boom Boom Man. See, it was just so cool to watch it. HBO did a thing. I'm sure it's probably out there now. You could probably go find it. And they expected big things from Livingstone Bramble. He had some decent defenses. We'll check out Livingstone Bramble, man, because he I'll never forget the breakdown by Jose Luis Ramirez. I'm sorry, Edwin Rosario. The wrong lightweight. Livingstone Bramble, stand tall in that center ring. And Livingstone Bramble, he's another one, man. He just kept going and going and going after this fight. Boom Boom Mancini fought 2 more fights after this. Retired. He retired after he fought Greg Haugen. And it was it was called Tough Men Don't Dance. That was the name of the headline in the closed circuit event. Tough Guys Don't Dance. And it was sold like that. It was a Friday night, and I remember I had a side job there. I was working at a boatyard, and then I had a job on the side. I was working in a restaurant, and I got somebody to fill in for me. And the boss was pissed at me, you know. And I said, "How come you didn't come?" I said, "Tough Guys Don't Dance." And it wasn't the fight I was expecting, but one of them fights you don't miss. And this is the special here that they're breaking down this fight. Looking at the Mancini, the damage of that eye. And if I could put that on, but if I did, I get this freaking background. Wah 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 wah. Haugen was one tough guy, man. No doubt about that. Haugen was a tough guy. I was when he beat Macho Camacho in that decision, that first fight. It was like, wow. I think that was the first defeat for Macho Man, wasn't it? That was during that time. Chavez, Haugen, Camacho, and Chavez beat them both up. But Vinny Paz told me if he saw Haugen on the street today, he'd jump him, he'd choke him, try to choke him out. He said, I'll choke him out. Vinny's nuts anyway, but this was a time of real fighting, real attitude. I mean, these cats, everybody was watching these fights. All the passion is into it. We're watching. We saw one upset earlier. Now we're watching America's sweetheart possibly get upset over here. Already having his eyeballs busted up, bleeding from the eyes. Had to go to the hospital right after this fight. Livingstone is truly living up to that name. And then you also remember, man, these cats are fighting 15-round fights. There was no No 12 rounders. You have to have a fully loaded gas tank. You come to fight, you pack your lunch. If you're going to come out of condition, can you imagine the sitting on that stool in the 12th round and seeing your opponent, seeing somebody like Joe Frazier smashing his gloves together? Come on. And that's got to be your worst nightmare. If you haven't done your homework, if you can't get up and if you can't get out there and if you can't go at it just like it's freaking round number 5, round number 2, I mean, you have to, it's just a tremendous difference in a 15-round fight. And we'll never see it again. You're not going to see him go back to 15 rounders. If anything, they'll maybe even cut him to 10 rounders. Who knows? But it was truly a world championship when you saw these guys dishing it out for 15 rounds. And they gave it all. This is the boxing I fell in love with. This is the stuff that you just don't see it today. You just do not see it. There goes Livingstone Bramble opening up on Mancini. We're in the 7th round. We're only at the halfway point in this fight. And Ray's he's got blood in that right eye, so he's a one-eyed fighter. Oh, just got a tremendous uppercut, sent him back. Livingstone Bramble, cool, calculating, just coming forward. When Mancini lures him to get into the pocket, Livingstone Bramble just comes in and exchanges and gets the better of the exchanges. I mean, he's beating an inside fighter on the inside. And that's it for round number 7 here. Ray starting fast. Ray knows he's gotta end this fight. The longer this fight goes, the worse it is for Boom Boom Mancini. His face is swollen up. His eyes closing. He's got blood going in his eye. This is not what Boom Boom Mancini wants to fight like. Livingstone Bramble is not obliging at all. Oh. Just got nailed with a straight left. Livingstone Bramble is going orthodox. He's going left-handed. I mean, this was his night. This was a night. Caught him on the inside with the hook. Mancini trying to rush him. There we go, man. We got the Thriller in Manila. We got Rocky Balboa. I mean, I was on the edge of my chair. This was just an amazing freaking contest of wills. Livingstone Bramble just chugging forward. Just exchanging big power punches. What little defense Bramble was showing, what little defense he has. But Mancini's finding a way to get around that guard. Banging him, Bramble coming through, nailing Mancini from an outside range, man. Incredible stuff. Oh, he's trying that Sugar Ray Leonard bolo punch action. Mancini didn't want to have any of that, though. And Livingstone's raising his hands. Livingstone knows he's in control. Murphy Griffin. Trying to will Ray Boom Boom Mancini to go on. To get in there, to get this guy out of there. I don't know what he could be telling them, man, but this is a tough fight. Mancini knows it. Livingstone, Bramble, confident as they come right now. Mancini head down, trying to go to the body. Livingstone, Bramble going to the body, exchanging shots to the body. Mancini, his eyes are slits. But he keeps his hands moving. Nailing Bramble, getting nailed at the same time. And once again, both with those brown Everlast gloves. Kind of like the fight we were watching, the first fight we saw, Norris and Curry. You know, a totally different scene with the gloves. Now it's all, who knows what it is. But anyway, man, let's stay back in the 80s over here. Livingstone, Bramble getting warned for holding behind the head. First warning. Touching gloves. I mean, good sportsmanship to it. These guys are trying to kill each other. Referee says, keep it clean, touch the gloves, and bang, they do. The man, Bramble, landed on the inside. Mancini's taking a freaking plastering here. This will be hard to believe while watching it live. They always do that, man, Kevin. They're doing that today. I think it's advertising. I think they have something where they're contractually bound to it, wear their own gloves in fights, and so they get around that. I'm sure the commission is paid off a certain fee to do it. Blah blah blah. Who knows? But it just doesn't make boxing seem any more on the up and up. Where they should strive to make it more accepted by the fans, but they'll pull something like that and they'll make it even more objectionable where, oh yeah, he's having his gloves custom made. What are they doing in those things? Now, I know they go through testing the gloves and choosing the gloves and blah, 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 but just having different colored gloves made by a different manufacturer in each boxer does not look legit to me. And here we are, man. We're starting round number 10. Mancini's on his feet, on his toes, trying to move forward. Mancini's only bet is get flat-footed and score. Rip him to the body, rip him to the head. Bramble's not playing that game today. Mancini is trying to land a combination on the inside, and Bramble is just moving forward and taking those punches. That's the thing here. Just the ability of Livingstone Bramble to absorb those punches. He's not getting his knees aren't buckling. He's not even moving backwards. Where you can see Mancini, when Mancini gets hit with a solid combination, he backs off. His figures get distorted. Livingstone Bramble, he was at his best in this fight. A minute to go. A minute to go in the 10th, and looks like they're both kind of getting a little breather here. Once again, broken up with 45 seconds to go. Boom Mancini's constantly moving his hands. I think Bramble may be taking the round off. Maybe giving a round to Mancini. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful right uppercut by Bramble. Sent Mancini back on his heels. Another one. Now he's got throwing the overhand lefts. Mancini's getting knocked on his heels. Gets back to his corner. Bramble raises his hands. Now we're going to start the so-called championship rounds. If that's what they are. Start of round 11. I guess now it's just 11 and 12. These guys are, they're only in third gear here, man. Yeah, still going at it at center ring. Ray Boom Boom Mancini showing the offense in the center ring. The first minute of round 11. Livingstone Bramble keeping his hands up, moving forward. Looking to counter Mancini. And when he does, oh, and he just did. Counting him with that. He keeps switching to orthodox, and he keeps switching to lefty. Very smoothly, very subtle. Like I said, man, Livingstone Bramble, he's this is real early in Livingstone's career. Livingstone is 20 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw when he had this fight. Now, when Livingstone hung his gloves up, he was 40 wins and 26 defeats. So, lost 25 times since this fight. Mancini, his head is getting snapped back. Oh. Livingstone Bramble is in forward gear now. Livingstone's got, Lou Duva must be coaching him well, telling him 1 minute to go, turn it up, impress the judges. Livingstone Bramble is 100% in charge here. On the outside, Mancini is trying to out-jab him. Livingstone Bramble is keeping his hands up. He'd occasionally pop that left jab in Mancini's face and back him off. Mancini is definitely throwing more volume of punches, but Bramble's throwing more connecting punches. Cue the God, bro. How you doing, bro? Peace. Oh, just nailed Mancini with a beautiful straight left on the inside. They're just going toe to toe on the inside. One thing about Mancini, he's getting his ass kicked, but there's no quit in him. Just keep lumbering forward, throwing those wide punches. He's trying to land that Hail Mary. Livingstone Bramble's got too tight a defense, landing too many damaging blows. The last minute, Bramble turns up the heat. Yep, there we go. Like I was observing, the last minute he's just turning it up and he's becoming the aggressor. Let Mancini punch himself out for the first 2 minutes of the round and then come on and score big. Stopping Mancini in his tracks every time. There they go in center ring, man, toe to toe on the inside. This is what Mancini wants. Bramble's obliging him. Except every time Bramble hits him, he backs Mancini up and then on the outside and he gets nailed again. But they go like Bramble's starting with some rapid combinations now. They're just exchanging punches. I'm sorry, I'm being mesmerized here. I gotta remember that. Can't stop talking, no dead air. But anyway, here. Getting back to this tremendous fight. Boom Boom Mancini is doing the best he can. He's trying to hang in there. He's trying to throw wide punches. Livingstone Bramble is throwing the crisper, the shorter combination there, landing flush on Ray Mancini's face. Ray's holding on a little now, man. Coming to the end of the third. No, still got 30 seconds to go in the 13th round. Bramble just nails him with a nice little overhand right to get him out of that clinch. And Bramble's starting to land the heavy punches. Mancini's holding on. Mancini's just trying to survive the end of this round. Going back to his corner. See the start of the fateful 14th coming up here. Fight that happened on this day back in 1984. 39 years ago. Livingstone Bramble is just teeing off on Boom Boom Mancini right now. Just totally taking advantage. Boom Boom's getting nailed with everything that's thrown at him. It looks like the end of the Aguayo fight. Mancini's hands are falling down even lower. That's it. Referee pulls him off. Livingstone Bramble becomes a new WBA lightweight champion. Getting his hands raised in victory. Looking. Showing that ending in slow motion. That was the tugboats coming in over the bay. Look at Mancini's face. It was an amazing fight, an amazing night. And Livingstone Bramble, he didn't. Mancini didn't fight much after this. He fought the rematch, and he fought Greg Haugen. Greg Haugen beat him. That was it for Mancini. Mancini realized that was the end of his career. He fought Hector Macho Camacho. That was a big fight. He lost a split decision. But then he came back 3 years later, fought Greg Haugen, and that was the end of the career of Ray Boom Boom Mancini as an active fighter. Livingstone Bramble, on the other hand, excuse me, man, I got a runny nose here. Gotta give it another shot. Bear with me for a second. You know what that's from? That's from smoking. I should stick with the Green Dragon, but I've been hitting the Toka too. But yeah, man, he had his rematch with Ray Boom Boom Mancini. He beat Boom Boom Mancini, but before that he fought Edwin Corrette, a journeyman. After that he fought Tyrone the Butterfly Crowley. He defended his title. He defended it against he tried to defend it against Edwin Rosario. He got knocked out in the second round by Edwin Chapo Rosario, a big player in the lightweight division back then. He came back. He had a draw with Freddie Pendleton, fabulous Freddie Pendleton. If you haven't seen Freddie Pendleton, man, the guy's got like, at the time he was 17, 15, and 2, and he held him to a draw. And if you ask Freddie, I'm sure Freddie will say he won. He had a few fights after that. He fought Freddie Pendleton again. This time he lost by a TKO. Brian Payton, Harold Brazier, Kenny Vince, Santos Cardona, Carl Griffith. See, these are all names of contenders back in the 80s. Obakar, Charles the Natural Murray. He lost to these fighters. He lost to Carl Griffith. He lost to Obakar. He lost to Charles the Natural Murray. But he still fight on. He still fight on 5, 6, 7 times a year. Just an amazing fighter, Livingstone Bramble. And he became a name. He became a stepping stone. Beaten by fighters like Roger Mayweather, Rocky Moore, Darryl Tyson, an up-and-coming Costa Zoo, Buddy McGirt, undefeated Lou Vader, Shannon Taylor, he was Charles the Natural Murray again, Alfredo Rivera. I'm reading these off Boxing Record, man. All these fighters are not just like names; they're all fighters I remember watching them fight. He just kept on. He was on a losing streak. He lost. He lost his last 6 fights. And Livingstone Bramble called it a career. And that was it. He retired in 2003. And we just went back in time. We watched 2 fights that I thought were very interesting, very cool fights to watch. We watched Terry Norris and Donald Curry. And then we watched Ray Boom Boom Mancini and Livingstone Bramble. I hope you all enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed you coming in here and digging it with me. Blues, gas, boxing, jazz, and more. Stay off the hard shit. Weed is the only mind-altering substance that you can do in relative safety. Enjoy life. Peace.